but hold off on getting too situated for a moment. Good morning. So let's take care of our lower body before we sit in our easy pose. Excuse me. Just pause for a moment before you do anything. Just sit down and be still. Ground your hands, close your eyes. Learn to be okay with just landing just as you are. Deep breath, inhale, exhale. And then starting with either leg, I'm going to release out your leg and first let your toes stretch down and your toes stretch back. Then your ankle rotate. So you're holding on so you can sit up a little tall with your spine. And then let your knee open and close a few times, just gently moving your joints. And closing that knee in on itself protects the knee. And then the last joint is the hip, so we want to release the knee out to the side, letting the hip release open, the leg externally rotate. And the top of your foot might start to show, or the bottom of your foot might start to show, and that's what we are trying to work towards. Bring that leg in. Other side, start with toes. Stretch toes down, curl your foot, and then extend out your foot and your toes. Hold on and circle your ankle slowly both ways a couple of times. Let your whole foot be part of that expressive turning. Marvel at this miracle. Take the leg and bend and straighten your knee a few times. Once more, sit tall. Let the knee fold in on itself deeply. And then hold your foot and your knee and let your hip externally relax. We let it open. We don't really force it open. We just try to allow it to release so that the bottom of your foot might show up towards the sky a little bit. If you need to change something, do. Otherwise, just feel how that setting the legs helps bring them comfortably into the pose. Relax your eyes. Connect with your breath about 5 times. Creating sound, moving breath through the nose in even waves. Letting yourself settle. And then sweep down towards the earth with your hands, up to the sky with a joyful reach. Breathe in, stretch up. And breathe out, come through your heart center to a forward fold. It can just be your head, or you can tip forward from your hips as well. Have a moment to connect your heart and your mind, to acknowledge what you bring on your mat this morning. Thank yourself for showing up. And this is a wide open place for intention or dedication as well. And breathe out one more time. Inhale, heart center. Feeling the strength of your torso as you sit tall. Let your navel come towards your spine. And from there, keep your hands at your heart center. Come around to easy twist, just moving with your torso. Take a breath. And then release down your arms and continue to twist and add the look back with your head and eyes. So we start with that belly anchor. And practicing just the right amount in each pose. Make it work for yourself today. Grow if you feel like you can. Hold back if you need to. Take one more breath. And exhale, heart center, hands. Ground into your legs, navel towards the spine. Twist to the other side. So if you don't go that far without the support of the arms, that's okay. Just go where you go. Take a breath. Feel that strength in your center. Take down your arms. Turn your head. Continue to twist your spine. Take 5 breaths. Eyes softened in the direction of the movement. Last time. As you release, bring both hands back, the fingers forward, coming right into heart lifting pose. Ground your knees down so you stretch your front pelvis. Press your hands. And here we take a downward gaze to keep the neck long. Gaze towards your nose. And then bend and straighten your elbows a few times. Just lean back, bend your elbows, and straighten. Twice more. And once more. Pause. And then coming into forward fold, keep your arms back. Tuck your chin deeply and fold forward. Just letting the tops of your hands drape back behind you. Releasing in the back body. Twice more. Once more. See if you can soften down into your fold a little bit more. Then inhale to come up. One more direction, our side body. So take out your legs from your fold. Draw back your toes. Feel your firming your legs with your hands on the legs, and then point your toes. And relax. Cross your right ankle over your left and hook your toes together. And then we're going to come over to the left side of our leg and hip with them on the floor to infinity pose. Use your arms, lift out of your shoulders, look back. And keep the feet active. Keep them reaching into each other to make a connection. And you come over to your own happy degree here. Third breath, slowly, slowly, twice more. Let yourself concentrate on your body. Awareness. And exhale, release. Second side, center, point toes, firm legs. Draw back toes, firm legs. And relax, cross the left ankle over, hook your toes together. Long arms, spreading hands over to the other side to any degree. Roll to the side of your leg and hip. Look back. And 2. If it helps your brain to count your breathing, I try to stay pretty true to that 5 count for most poses. Sometimes I'll take it to 8. And last time, slow breathing. And release. Back to center. And down to your back for a moment for a little whole body mudra. So you can lie back with your legs straight, roll your spine down. Tadita mudra is like our standing pose on our back. So like mountain. Imagine your feet flat on a wall. Arms by the sides, palms down. Everything centered and activated. So see if you can exhale and tone your low belly towards your spine. Try to keep that a little grounded as you breathe in. Exhale, add Mula Bandha, that drawing up the pelvic floor, up towards the heart center lightly. Just keep that all lightly, energetically toned. And add one more thing. Next exhale is the front ribs down and together. So you feel really concentrated into your low belly and pelvis. Take one more breath like that. Tagada Mudra, we're creating a pool at the belly. That's what it means. And then relax and draw in your knees towards your chest. Stretch out your low back. Draw your knees in towards you, breathing in. Breathe out, push your feet away, hold on. Rock up, cross your ankles. Bring your hands in front and release to your tabletop pose. Round the tops of your feet. Open and spread your hands. And find that uplift in the low belly. Round your spine. Tuck your tail, tuck your head. 5 breaths. Cat spine. Actually, let's just go to 3. And then inhale, extend to your heart. Forward, cow spine. Just straight back, just a heart forward and face forward. Low back is straight. And 3. And flowing between the 2. Inhale, cow, nose gaze. Exhale, cat, navel gaze. Slowly, twice more. Let the eyes find that steadiness. So the breathing is steady, the eyes are steady, and we connect with our subtle core. Those 3 things help drop us into the practice. And come to neutral and your forearms. And take your right leg straight back, stretch through your heel. Let your head relax. Gently strengthening your chest with your arms on the floor. And last time, release your leg and take the other leg back, tuck your toes under, stretch through your heel. Be patient when things are challenging. Know that it's impermanent. And exhale last time. And bring your knee in. Rise on up. Tuck your toes and come to standing with your hands and feet on the floor. Take a moment to work into that. Knees bent as needed, head down. Bring your hands in closer to your feet. And exhale, head towards the legs. Bend your knees, press your feet to stand up. So use the power of the legs. Keep on reaching to the sky. Release any gripping in your feet. And bring your arms down beside you, stepping to the top third of your mat if you're not already there. Have a moment imagining what we just did on our backs a few moments ago. That exhale the navel towards the spine. Next exhale, draw the pelvic floor into the center and up lightly towards the heart. Last one. Exhale the low ribs down and together. And therefore, we're grounded when we inhale and reach the arms up. So that helps us reach our arms overhead. Exhale to forward fold. Hands where they reach, on the legs or on the floor near your feet. Fold in. Surya Namaskar. Half lift, breathe in. Slow stretching breaths. Bend your knees, keep your hips low, spread your hands, and step back your legs, plank pose, add the elbow bend. Inhale energy, arms straighten, knees down, roll your shoulders back, gaze to your nose, just the right amount, each pose. And let's go back to quarter dog first today. Tuck your toes, knees down, arms long, head down. Broad shoulders. You can even roll out to the pinky side of your hands to feel that external shoulder rotation. And then notice that you don't need to move your shoulders to put your thumbs back on the floor. That all happens below the elbow. One more breath like that. And then rise up to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog pose, first one. Uplift in the low belly. Bend your right knee deeply. Release, bend your left knee. And just keep walking it out slowly. Once more each way, bend, straighten, bend the other knee. Straighten both heels towards the floor and exhale deeply. Look between your hands, bend your knees, step lightly or hop forward and straighten into half lift. Fold forward slowly, bow in. Inhale to standing, so your middle fingertip leaves the ground, and then we bring them together. So all of this helps us bring awareness. And then exhale, arms down by your sides, ground into the sides of your body. Again, reaching to the sky. Remember to anchor in the belly. Exhale to the forward fold. Your feet can be hip distance or together. Curl in. Then we let the spine lengthen the other way. Half lift, nose gaze. Bend knees, spread hands. Take the legs back with the hips low. Just spring your legs back and bend your elbows a little bit. Inhale when you're ready, upward facing dog. So we have that slow breath to have that establish the shape. And then lift your knees, pike up and find downward dog. And then take both hips over to the right side and over to the left. Just go slowly side to side several times. Establish one side and then establish the other. Last time over towards the right, over towards the left, and center. 2 breaths. Relax your head. Letting this part of the practice get you into your body, get your brain into your body. Breathe out. So nice uplift in the belly, deep bend in your knees, look forward, step or hop forward, and half lift. Exhale, slowly fold forward. And inhale to stand. When your hands come to your heart center, let them meet there, reaching up. And then down the sides into the body. Step your feet apart to hip distance and bring your hands together. Going down into elephant pose nice and deeply. Open feet, hips low. Get into your tuck and then rest your elbows and hands together. Whatever low is for you is fine. Fierce pose. Utkatasana. One more breath. Let that inhale and determination bring you up. And then hook your front pelvis and we'll calm it down in Paschimottanasana, forward fold. That's the seated one. This one's Uttanasana. Just lightly catch your opposite elbows. Let your shoulders hang out of your body. Switch the hold of your arms. And breathe slowly and deeply once more. Hands back to your pelvis to stand up. Use your legs. Breathing in. And breathe out. Relax your arms. Over to the right on your mat. So we step towards the back with the right leg for triangle pose, angling in the left foot. Breathe in, stretch your arms. From your belly center, over and down. Exhale. Reaching up and down with a long neck. Let everything be this pose right now. Exhale again. Ready for the inhale. Toe in the belly center, stretch your arms, turn your feet over to the other side, over and down when you're ready. Resting on your leg or catching your toes. Try to stack your shoulders, lengthen your neck, and breathe 5 times. Lengthen both sides of your waist. One more breath. And then the navel grounds in. Use that to come up and stretch your arms again. Feet wide and parallel. Revolving triangle. Turn to the back of your mat all the way with your hips squaring. Find your balance. Then breathe in, reach your left arm. Breathe out, forward fold. And then grounding your left hand, reach your right arm up anywhere in this arc to create a twist. Try to relax your face and your feet. Steady, determined breathing, not too slowly in these poses. 4, just one more breath. Inhale energy up and turn back to the front of your mat. We're just flowing between these today. Moment to find balance. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open into a twist on this side. And then try to release the gripping that might have occurred in your face or feet. Steady breathing. Last time, breathing in deeply. And breathe out, release your twist. Inhale to stand up. And step to the top of your mat. Pause. And adding the knee bend to these shapes. So in the same way, we'll go to extended side angle to the back of the mat. Right leg turns out, knee over ankle. Reach your arms, breathe in. And then exhale, lean and reach. Come to the floor if you like. Try to draw your shoulders off your ears. Your neck is long. 3, exhale. Last breath. Reach a little more. Breathe out. Inhale, come up. Wide parallel feet, stretch your arms. Exhale to the second side. Start on the leg, reach your arm. Come to the floor if it feels positive today. And these are kind of increasing, as you might notice. But it's a pretty brilliant sequence, I have to say, from the Ashtanga tradition, these standing poses. And exhale it out once more. And breathe in, come up. And come to wide parallel feet. Perhaps joining me and hanging your heels off the back of your mat if you just like a little more security to take your feet really wide. Work them out, see how far they'll go comfortably. Breathe in with a long spine. And then guide your pelvis forward. You can bend your knees. And see about reaching towards the floor with your hands and the top of your head. So you might work your feet a little bit wider and see if you can just lightly touch your hair to the floor. Grounding your brain. So even if you're up with bent knees, you can still ground your brain. The elbows hug in towards each other. One more breath. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, relax. One more. See. Breathe in, reach your arms. Breathe out, leave behind. Inhale, draw the hands down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, forward fold, same. Maybe letting the arms come away from the back or leave them right there on the back of the body. Ground your brain again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And one more breath out. Big inhale, press your feet, come up, stretch your chest, and release. Work your feet close enough so that you can step into them. Have a moment to come to the top of your mat and circle your hips a few times, both directions, just to release from these intense forward folds. And settle into stillness. And then taking warrior poses, so we send the right leg back into a big step from the front of the mat. Bend your front knee and land in that lunge. Have a moment to find it and refine it. Squaring pelvis, grounding pelvis. Release your arms into your coat sleeves. And then inhale, sweep the arms up with the shoulders down. Bring your hands together. Gaze towards your nose. And then gradually lift your chin. Keep your neck long and let your eyes come to your thumbs. 2. Each breath getting stronger. Last time. Keep your eyes up if you know the pose. If you need to look down, look down. Just turn it around to the back of your mat. So we're going to use the brain to feel into that lunge, to bend the knee, square the hips, and then lift your chin, gaze at your thumbs. So that takes practice. Just try it and keep practicing it if you're interested in it. That upward gaze. Nice broad upper back, last breath. Transition to warrior B, hands down to your heart. Inhale, open arms to the side as well as your back foot. Just find your lunge again. Turn your head to the right and float your arms. Two more slow breaths. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale energy. Straighten your leg. Change your legs to the front of your mat. Find your knee bend. Shoulders rest on the ribs. Turn your face. Breathe 5 times. Exhale. And then bring your hands down on either side of your foot and take your leg back and lower to your belly, knees down, belly, chest, all coming down. Bring the legs together. Feel the insides of your toes and feet and legs touching. Activation across the back of the body. And then lifting the chest, press the hands lightly. Gaze towards your nose. Cobra pose. Feel the firming of the whole lower body. And exhale, relax. Relax your legs too. Little shimmy, release tension. And then locust pose. We draw the hands down by the waist, so really down along your sides. Legs together, lift your legs straight and lean towards your chest. So your hands press down and back to push you forward towards your chest as you lift your legs. 1, 2, give it all you got. 3, last time, big breath. And relax. And let's come over to chill in a little yin pose, cat pulling tail, rolling to the right side of your body, supporting your head so it's comfortable. And just start to soften. Let your energy calm. Take your top leg and bring it forward any way that feels comfortable and supportive. Then reach for your bottom foot with your top hand. So just catch the foot, roll towards the back of your head, and relax. Let everything be soft. We'll just have this opportunity to observe our heart rate slowing down as we move to the second part of practice. Rest your eyes and just keep getting softer. And just take 2 or 3 more. Go completely soft with the shape. And one more exhale. Let go and come back to center. Pause for a moment before we take the other side. Just do whatever feels comfortable. Relax. Grounding front body. Second side, cat pulling tail. Balance on the side. Top leg comes forward any way that feels supportive. Catch your bottom foot with your hand from above. And then roll towards your back, roll towards the back of your head. And just let it be as restful as possible. Okay. Change it anything you need to make it more comfortable. And then release any effort, any bandhas, any muscles. And maybe meditate on your breathing muscles here as you relax everything else. Breathe into those spaces between the ribs. Keep getting softer. And take 2 more breaths really slowly. And then release back to your belly for a rest, a soft belly rest. Feel how with your front ribs resting into the earth, your back and side ribs move for your breath. The breath finds a way. Last time. Gather your hands by your chest, gather your legs together. Use a down and forward pressing energy. So the hands don't move, but that's the energy is down and forward, outward spiraling to come to your upward dog. And then down with the knees, pull back your hips, child's pose. Rest your head down and your arms down. Deeply breathe.
Draw your forehead towards your knees.
And feel the breath find its way. One more time. We're really compressing the front body. Complete an exhale. And then inhale, coming up to your knees. Have a moment to lay out a blanket. If you have sensitive knees and you need some cushioning, so we take care of ourselves in that way. For Parikasana, iron latch at the gate. Find your balance on your legs. Feel the tops of your feet. Learn to press into the earth. And we'll take the right leg out to the side, straight out with the inner and outer edges of the foot grounding. And then we go up and over into a side bending pose. Just first explore. Find a place that feels interesting. Ground into both feet and breathe 5 times. On the exhales, a little toning into the low belly. Just let your head follow your movement, comfortable neck and eyes. Twice more. See if you can find a little more space in your side body. Exhale, last time. Feel both feet active. Inhale, come up slowly, gently. And then turn out your toes all the way out to the side. And take your left arm across your body. Hook your other elbow underneath and just do a shoulder stretch. Possibly seems like it would be simple, but it requires a lot of concentration to do all these actions, to balance in this way. And give it one more breath. Find a nice sense of release in your body as you finish that exhale. And let go of these actions. Coming to the second side. Yoga is great for strengthening the ankles. Here's another example of that work. Creating flexible and strong ankles. Close your eyes, feel both of your feet. And then release your arms, one up and over, side bending. Come on down your leg. Top arm soft like a dancer, so the shoulders down. Navel towards the spine. Just lightly to support. Decide where your head feels most comfortable, where your neck is, if your eyes want to be forward or down. And just one more breath out. Come out slowly from your side bend. Turn out your left toes. And take your right arm across your body. Your palm faces back. And the other arm just hooks underneath. So you can determine how deeply you stretch the shoulder. Two. One more breath. Feel that exhale complete itself. And then let go of the actions. Come to your hands and knees for a moment. Breathe in. And breathe out, lion's breath. Open your mouth, release tension. And then inhale, come up to your knees. Find your balance here. Hip distance knees, even them out, round the tops of your feet. And I just wanted to come to camel pose today to practice letting go of that grounding into the front body. So we did that grounding on our backs and standing where your navel's in, pelvic floor is in, ribs are in. So let's let the ribs stretch in this pose. So just some preparations. Ground in the legs. Take your hands to the backs of your legs where they reach easily. And then let your ribs stretch. Just go back a little bit. Gaze to your nose. Don't take your head back. It can get a little exciting. One more exhale. Lead with your heart to come up. Breathe in. Repeating that one, or taking it to your heels. You can bring your heels closer with your toes tucked. Take care of yourself. If that was too exciting, just stick with that. Just lightly go back into that shape. Maybe over time, but just try to feel that stretch of the ribs today. Keep your pelvis forward. If it feels okay, take your head back. 5 breaths. Let your belly stretch. Let your front pelvis stretch. And 5. Use inhale, lead with your heart. Come down to child's pose, just bow into child's for a moment. And then straighten out your legs, sitting down. You can have a blanket under your hips. Paschimottanasana will take 8 breaths to calm down our nervous system from that back bending practice. So draw back your low belly and exhale, fold on out over your legs. If your knees bend, you can hold under the knees. That's a nice variation. Draw back on your toes. Hold on somewhere. 4 more slow breaths. Calm down. So we balance our energy with our practice. Exhale. And taking that shape onto our backs for shoulder stand and plow pose. So lie down with your legs straight. Return to the back of your body. Take one of those breaths in the Tagina Mudra. Create the pool of the belly with the exhale. Feel anchored here and lift up your legs. You can do it one at a time. Stay, park your hands underneath, stay with legs in the air. If you want to reach up towards the sky, use your arms, get your reach, and then take your hands to your pelvis and try to straighten up some more. Centered on your head. Only if it feels safe and positive for you. Otherwise, keep your hips down. Two more breaths. See if you can straighten out. Determine reaching. Like one of those plants that's growing right now. Reach for the sun. And then exhale, transition to plow pose. Bring the legs so we fold ourselves in upside down. Arms to the earth. Try to find that calming over time, as you did when you were seated in the shape. One last breath, and then starting to slowly come down your spine. And let that movement complete itself. Draw in your knees towards your chest. And making your way to seated, you can come to the side or get the momentum and rock up version. And just pausing in your easy pose again. Take your dominant hand, first 2 fingers touch the third eye center. Close the left side of your nose. Breathe in from your right. Close the right lightly. Breathe out to the left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right side. Inhale, right. Just let the breath be very slow, just a little bit at a time. And last time to the left, exhale. We reverse the pattern, beginning with the left side inhale. Relax everything you can. Right side exhale. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Release your hand. Breathe through both sides 3 times. Perhaps observing if your awareness is more on one side than the other. If one side seems more open than the other, it's all good. Stretch the breath both ways. One more time. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. And enjoying that quality in the brain. As we come to some seated twisting poses. First, Bharavajasana. Taking both feet over to the right side, letting your legs intersect in a comfortable way. Sit tall. Work your way over to the left and come into a twist. Supported by the arms, look back. And 5. Release. Changing sides. We'll do it again with a variation. So you have a chance to repeat this one if you are happy right here. 5 breaths to the right. Twists always work off a foundation. So this is an interesting one where we can include the low back in the twist. Last breath. Use the exhale to unwind. Keep the legs the same, option 1. Option 2 is to widen the knees to the sides of the mat. And then you can keep your right leg in Janushirasana. And your left foot, you can come more to the top of your shin, or you can stay on the inside of your leg. So just a little exploration of deepening this pose. And the last option is to bring your right leg into half lotus. So optional, all. And then we're going to go back and twist. Letting your, what arm is this? Sorry, my right arm wrap behind my waist and try to catch that toe or just come along the waist. The other hand slides under the knee. 5 breaths. Wherever you are, just explore. And exhale, let go of those actions. Change over to the other side, remembering you can stick with that first variation. Widening the knees, next step, with your left foot in Janushirasana. Make sure your right leg is folded comfortably. If you'd like to come up with your foot to half lotus, if that is not going to hurt you at all, sit tall and twist, wrapping your back arm behind. So you do that inward rotation to come around, try to catch your toes or just come around your waist. And then tuck your fingers under your other knee. Take 5 breaths. Wherever you are with this, it's a lot. We'll just keep learning it together. One of the sage twists. 4, last breath. And exhale. Carefully release. Now let's come out to easy fire logs pose. So just bring both legs into those soft hips and just try to line up your shins with each other and bring your feet away from your body. Hinge forward to your own degree. Some people just go flat onto the floor. Listen to your own hips and knees and spine. Exhale, keeping the feet a little bright. Come up, notice which leg is in front. Keeping that leg bright and the shin kind of parallel with the front of your mat, we're going to release the other leg and try to bring it back into a pigeon pose. So we can work just sitting on the outside of the left hip right now, or whichever leg's in front. And then start to work your belly towards the floor, coming to that front surface of the leg behind you. So learning how to work pigeon with that open knee joint. And you can be anywhere. Just stay really present so nothing is hurting. And let's take 5 breaths from here. You can stack yourself more upright if you want to. Curious, respectful. Last breath, slow. With the exhale, sit over onto the hip again if you have left it, and bring your back leg in front. So this time let that back leg be further forward for the easy fire logs. Bringing the feet away, parallel shins, forward fold, little hinge. 5. So we'll feel good work around the hips with the knee safe. And one more breath out. So whichever leg is the other side, keep it bright and active as you carefully work your other leg behind you. Really honor, so you can stop at any moment. Say that's enough. You can stay seated on the outside of your hip like I am, or you can start to use your arms to square over. So my knee picks way up off the floor if I do it that way, so I'm going to stay down and come forward lightly from there. Just working with your own body. What can you soften? Breathe into this deep work. Exhale. One more time. Sit over onto the hip if you have left it. And let's go back to downward facing dog one more time to stretch out our legs and spines again. And if you want to lift into 3-leg dog, you can. It can also be done from your hands and knees. Just to take the right leg and stretch out the front hip. Maybe go to the side and bend your knee. Just whatever is self-care in this moment. And take another breath into that side. And release it down. So you can work from downward dog or tabletop. Take the other leg back. Reach. Bend the knee. Let the hip open to the side. Wherever it feels really nice today. Or best. 3, and 5. Cross your ankles, sit back towards your heels. Inhale, bring your legs through and come down for finishing pose, Shavasana. You could rest on your belly or your side or your back. Your knees can be bent or straight. Take a moment to get yourself comfortable, adding on any clothing or covering or cushioning. And we begin Shavasana with attending to our bodies in the position to make sure your low back has enough space. You can draw your buttock flesh down towards your heels on each side so you feel broad in your low back, and then release across the front of the hips that goes down to your feet. Exhales, reinforce that sense of grounded into your back body. And just make sure your spine is centered. You can press into your skull and your elbows to lift your heart a little bit and come back down onto your shoulder blades. Exhale, shoulders down to the earth, and energy comes all the way to the hands. Let your body rest in the shape. Give your breath permission to do its own thing. And staying connected to the breath can be an amazing tool to keep you here. Stay connected with your body as well, but just stop organizing everything. Just let it be. Keep feeling heavier. Keep feeling lighter. In the stillness, allow all the information to be received into the muscles and the bones, fascia and the joints, the nervous system, the lymphatic system, the circulatory system, next time you observe an inhalation starting, gently let it lengthen. And then the exhale will lengthen as well, grounding you deeply. Twice more, gently lengthen the breath. Last one. In the stillness, observe how slowly you can breathe without any forcing. Just try to allow your range of motion. Keep letting the breath come in. And then very slowly letting it leave. A little bit at a time. Swallow to release your throat. Move your toes and your fingers again. Draw the legs back to the center line and reach through your toes. Also, arms up and reaching. Let your ribs stretch. So don't ground your belly, just let it all stretch. And on the exhale, let your ribcage ground down and feel that. Ground your ribs, ground your arms as you bring them back in. Roll over to your most comfortable side and pause. Support your head. Use your hand that's in front of you. A lot of your weight's already down, so just try to come up without disturbing yourself too much. And come back to your easy pose. Weaving your fingers. Balancing your breathing. And then exhale, hands into your heart center. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.